Okay, we're at part 3 of the 2A notes over basic trig ratios. This last part, I just want to show you how they find some of these values. So on the last page, we wrote an equation like this, where the cosine of some angle was a relationship between two sides. That is a fraction or ratio. That can be changed to a decimal. And somebody has gone through and all the angles, angle A here, all the angles could be between 1 degree and 90 degrees. Actually 89 degrees, okay? Oh, that looks bad. Okay, and they have gone through all three trig ratios, cosine and sine and tangent, and they've figured out all of the decimal pieces, which we'll need to help us find and solve some equations. So this is what it looks like. You'll each get a copy of this, but you can see it's divided into the columns of, here's the angles we're going to be looking at, all the way through 89 down here at the bottom, down here. And then we have our three categories of sine, cosine, and tangent. So each one of these angles has a different decimal or a different ratio based on the sine, cosine, or tangent, and based on that angle. Okay, so we can use this chart to help us find the decimal portion that will help us solve some problems. So sine of 40. So I'm going to look here for 40 degrees. Okay, sine is the first column, so that decimal is 0.6428. And I'm done. That's all I needed to do was just find that decimal portion. Tangent of 12. So here's my 12 degrees. Tangent is my last column over here. 0.2126. 0.2126. Cosine of 78. Here's 78 degrees. Cosine is the middle one, 0.2079. 0.2079. Okay, so that's how you find the decimal form for certain angles based on sine, tangent, or cosine. Another way that we can find these values is to use our calculators. Again, this is probably some of the buttons you've seen before on the calculator but didn't know what they meant. So let's take a look. We're going to use our calculator to show the value of the tangent of 18. So let's pull the calculator over here. Hope that doesn't glare too much. So the sine, cosine, and tangent are right here in the middle. Okay, and so whatever angle we're looking for, I first push the trig. So this first one says tan. So I press tangent. You can see it just comes up with that word tan. Then I plug in that angle that I want, in this case 18, and I push equals. Most of the time you'll get a big long decimal. Let's just take the first four. The first four, I know that's not what the directions said, but I'm the teacher and I can change them. So we're going to take the first four decimal places rounded off. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That last one is either going to stay a 9 or it's got to go up. This one next door says it's going to stay the same. So I'm going to put 0.3249, done. And I just do that for all of those same things here. So I'm going to go here to sine. Okay, push the sine button, push 52, and push equals. Okay, I'm going to take again the first four decimal places. So 1, 2, 3, 4 stays as 0. So 0.7880. Okay, why don't you pause the video and do these last four on your own. Then we'll come back. So cosine of 39, you should have gotten 0.7771. Tangent 29, 0.5543. So I think you can see how the calculator does speed it up just a little bit. And last one I got cosine 37, 0.7986. Okay, so we're going to be able to use those numbers whether we use the calculator or use our chart. Both will give us the same answer. Let's just prove that here. We got sine of 40 You can see here we get the same decimal as we did here, 0.642, and then 8 would be the rounded off version. Whoops, sorry, couldn't see that. There it is. Okay, so it's the same thing that we got on the chart. So we're going to take these values, we're going to need to use them in our next lesson when we're trying to find the measurement of certain sides and certain angles.